Hi, and welcome back to the podcast, or welcome if this is your first time joining us here. I'm Jamie, your host, and today I have a finished object review for my latest creation, shall we say. This is I almost said the wrong name. This is the warm-up sweater by Espace Tricot. It is a top-down, seamless raglan, as you can see the raglan right here, sweater that I highly recommend for beginner knitters who are looking to make their first sweater. And what I want to do for you today is just walk you through some of the modifications that I did that I think are really important and not often that talked about. And I think the best part about knitting or crocheting our own clothes is that we really are making a custom piece. And so we should be fully happy with every detail. It's totally bespoke. And so without further ado, let's dive in. This will probably be short and sweet and to the point. Let's start with the cast on. It does call for just a classic ribbing. I chose to do a fold over collar, which was actually, have I done it before? I don't know that I've done a fold over collar before. I have been wanting to for quite some time. If I were to do it again, I would make this just slightly taller, maybe by 4 rounds. So you'd have 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside, maybe 6, give or take. But I think overall it's nice. I mean, it lays well. So folded collar, love it. I will do it from now on. And if you've never done it, it's super easy. This is not rocket science. Basically, just follow the pattern for casting on and doing a ribbed collar. Knit it twice as long as the pattern calls for. Fold it over, and then do like a knit 2 together with your live stitches and the cast on stitches. So basically, these are the cast on stitches, working your way down. These are your live stitches. You're going to fold over and knit these 2 together, if that makes any sense. I'm sure there's a million YouTube videos about tacking down a folded collar. I didn't do any modifications in the raglan. Really great. Oh, I should tell you about the yarn. Let me grab the yarn. The yarn is my own hand dyed. This is DK weight and mohair held together. I actually had quite a bit of yarn left over because I had initially planned to use this yarn for another sweater, which I did cast on, and I wasn't getting gauge. I can't remember what the problem was with the pattern. This is what I have left over of the mohair. So this is my own hand-dyed yarn in the colorway Harvest. And this is one of my favorite colorways. I just think it's like such a good neutral. So then when I split for the sleeves and knit the torso, you can kind of see, let me set this down. You can kind of see that this side almost forms like a little triangle. And that is because I did waist shaping. And what I did, I'm only 5'3", so I have to really be conscious about sweaters kind of swallowing up my short stature. Waist shaping has so many benefits. And what I did was, after I split for the sleeves, I decreased 2 stitches on both sides every, I want to say 10 rounds. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, every 6 rounds. And so that gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decreasing rounds, and then I did the ribbing and the hem. And then on the sleeves, there are shaping directions, but I knew I needed to decrease faster because I have short arms, and I decreased every 10 rounds. I think my size called for every 11, and right after my last decrease, I was ready to do my 2 inches of ribbing for the cuff. And Bob's your uncle, as they say. I hate how button-down shirts under things give you like that, like you can just see kind of the button band. Isn't that annoying? Sorry guys, I know we're all friends here, but anyway, that's just me being nitpicky. Not a lot of detail in this pattern, which I think makes it a really great staple piece. The other kind of crew neck raglan solid-ish sweaters that I've knit before do tend to be the ones that I wear the most. And I am, as much as I love knitting color work, I am trying to work more of these into my wardrobe, not only because they're just so wearable and so easy to style, and that's just my aesthetic. I'm like a blue jeans and a black sweater and black boots kind of gal. I have been probably since high school. And my goal with things like this is to replace old store-bought sweaters and have essentially all handmade sweaters in my wardrobe. Not only because they're just nicer, they're nicer materials. They feel better than wearing like plastic. I mean, let's be real. All this nylon and acrylic in store-bought clothes is just, it's really not that comfortable. It doesn't wear well. This will definitely be a long-loved piece. The pattern is so well written, if I didn't say that at the top. I believe it's free, if I'm not mistaken. And it's easy to read, which a lot of patterns these days can either be overly wordy, which can be good for a beginner, or simply feel overwhelming, or not enough where you're thinking, oh, wait a minute, okay, let me reread that and like kick in my instincts. But this was the perfect balance. I think the pattern as a whole is only 3 pages long, and you get everything you need, nothing you don't, and I love that. That just is my style. So this is a winner. I am headed out to do some finished object photos in a minute, so I'll try to insert 1 or 2 for you guys to look at, assuming all goes well. Last time I did a finished object review video, after I finished the video, as promised in the video, I said, I'm going to go take some finished object photos. I hope I don't crack my phone. And I did. I completely shattered my screen. The wind got the best of me and my tripod, so fingers crossed we have better luck today. With that, I will sign off. Contact me in the comments or DM me on Instagram if you have any questions, or if you have cast on this project and just want to tell me how it's going for you. I'd love to hear from you. But 10 out of 10, I love this sweater. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time on the podcast. Bye.